This episode is supported by AnalystKit.com. Thousands of tried-and-true calculations mixed with AI to find you the best stocks in a single click.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. You know how we're always on the hunt for those investment strategies that could help boost your returns, but, without keeping you up at night.
Yeah.
Well, today we're diving into a really interesting combo: value stocks and dividends.
Oh, yeah. Powerful combination, potentially.
Yeah, and this deep dive is going to unpack how these two could potentially work together to hopefully bring you some, safer and stronger returns.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's break this down a bit. When we talk about value stocks, what exactly are we talking about?
So value stocks, it's kind of like, think of it like going shopping, right? You're looking for those brand name items, the good stuff, but maybe they're on the clearance rack.
I like where you're going with this.
Yeah. You're not going for the flashy, overpriced stuff. You want the hidden gems, the ones that are maybe overlooked or underestimated by the market.
Okay, so these are companies that are actually financially sound, they're doing well, but their stock price, for whatever reason, doesn't quite reflect their true worth.
Right. You hit the nail on the head. And that's where the opportunity lies. Because if you can identify those companies and you buy their stock when it's undervalued, well, you're essentially setting yourself up for potentially greater returns down the line.
Okay, so that's the value part. What about the dividends part?
Right. So think of dividends as it's like a bonus, right?
Okay.
These companies, they share a portion of their profits with you, the shareholder. So just for owning a piece of that company, they're sending you a little thank you payment.
Like a little bonus, just for being a loyal customer.
Exactly. And the best part is those dividend payments, they keep coming in even if the stock price goes up and down, because the market, it has its ups and downs.
Right.
Sure.
The market can be a bit of a roller coaster sometimes.
Eh.
But our source material mentions that dividends can actually act as a buffer during those market downturns. How does that work?
Yeah. So you see, when a company's stock price drops, it might seem a little scary at first. But if that company has a good history of paying out consistent dividends, what happens is the dividend yield actually becomes more attractive.
Can you explain what you mean by dividend yield, just to make sure everyone's on the same page?
Yeah, absolutely. So dividend yield, it's basically the percentage return you're getting on your investment from those dividend payments.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, you have a company like Coca-Cola, right?
A classic example.
Right. So let's say their stock price, for whatever reason, dips from, say, $70 a share down to $60 a share.
Okay.
So that could seem a little, concerning if you just look at the stock price alone.
Sure.
But here's the thing, because Coca-Cola, they have this long history of paying out consistent dividends.
Yeah.
That dividend yield, it actually becomes more attractive because you're getting more, essentially you're getting more bang for your buck with that dividend payment relative to the lower stock price.
So even though the stock price might be down temporarily, you're still potentially getting a good return on your investment through those dividend payouts.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see the appeal here.
Yeah.
But it gets even better. Our source material also suggests that dividends can actually amplify your gains when the market is doing well.
Right.
Tell me more about how that works, because that sounds almost too good to be true.
So let's go back to our Coca-Cola example, right? Let's say the stock price rebounds, right? Back from $60 a share up to, let's say, $75 a share.
Nice.
So not only have you potentially gained from that price appreciation.
Right. You're selling it for more than you bought it for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you've also been collecting those steady dividend payments all along the way.
So it's like a double win potential growth from the stock price, indeed, those ongoing dividend payments. That's really interesting.
Yeah. And this isn't about some get-rich-quick scheme, right? This is about looking at the long term, thinking about building wealth gradually and steadily over time.
That's a really good point. It's about playing the long game. But I imagine there are some things investors should watch out for, right?
Yeah.
It can't all be sunshine and roses.
Absolutely. You got to be careful. It's like, anything else. You don't just jump in blindly. You got to do your research.
Due diligence. We always talk about that.
Exactly. And that's what's, stressed in the source material too, right? It's not all dividends are created equal. You know what I mean?
Right. So what are some red flags that investors should look out for when they're evaluating a company's dividend history?
So one of the biggest things is, if a company comes out of nowhere and they're suddenly offering a crazy high dividend.
Like suspiciously high.
Too good to be true, that's often that can be a red flag. Sometimes those companies, they might be trying to, lure in investors because maybe their financials aren't actually that strong.
It's like they're trying to distract you from other problems.
Yeah, exactly. So always, always do your homework.
Yeah, so true.
Make sure the company has a solid track record. Look at their history of profitability. Look at how they've weathered past economic storms.
It's really about looking beyond that dividend and making sure the company itself is in good shape.
Exactly, yeah.
So as we wrap up our deep dive today, I want our listeners to walk away with this key takeaway: value investing paired with dividends. It can be a really potentially powerful combination for building long-term growth.
Absolutely.
But you've got to do your homework. Due diligence is absolutely essential. So I'm going to leave you all with a question to ponder as you continue your investment journey. What industries or even specific companies can you think of that are known for both being a good value and having a rock-solid history of paying out consistent dividends? Think about it and let us know what you come up with. We'll see you in our next deep dive.
See you next time.